What's up, everybody? We are live. If you notice, I have a different camera angle tonight, and I'm a little bit under the weather. That's why I'm still talking kind of funny. My camera stand broke, so you're getting an angle from me having to use a box to prop up my camera. But we're gonna work with what we got tonight. So before we dive into everything that's going on, I am going to go ahead and share this. So bear with me for just a minute. I'm gonna let everybody know that I'm live, and then we'll get kicking. There's a lot that I'd like to talk about tonight because, as you know, the market's going nuts. Congratulations to literally anybody who's on VEVE. Let's see, live now, market analysis. Oh, dang it, I am going live at the same time as the chat and Tuesdays. I don't like that, but it is what it is. Yo, what's up, Carl? Welcome to the stream. Gonna be looking at a lot of stuff tonight, so I'm excited about it. Yo, Kurt, what's up, dude? What's up? What a week to be in VV. That's all I can say, huh? If you're anything like me, which if you're watching this, you probably are, your portfolio just grows and grows by the day. The numbers are kind of surreal at this point. I put out a tweet earlier, and gosh, I meant this, but let me go find it real quick. I can probably pop it up right here, but basically, I never knew that being in so much profit would be so much like emotional turmoil. Like, you always expect just like when the price goes up for you like just to get excited, and that's about it. But it's a roller coaster of emotions, like should I take profit? Should I not take profit? Okay, this is getting to the point to where like it's life changing. And you're just kind of chilling with like, oh gosh, like a lot of us, I mean myself, I've never seen that type of money from investments before. So it's kind of crazy. Yo, what's up, December Bitcoin? Welcome to the stream. Yeah, it's nuts, but it's just so crazy. I mean, you could have bought anything on the app, anything, and you'd be up at least 2 or 3x. I mean, like you'd have to work to be down right now, and that's just insane. James said less than 15k total invested. VV Vault worth 80k. Mind blowing. Yeah, like where do you get those type of returns at? Like legit returns. Like sure, crypto can give you some big returns, and I've gotten good returns in crypto, but like man, it's hard to match that, and it's just crazy. And it just makes sense. You see me make a lot of Omi videos, but it makes sense that this year Omi is going to follow. So I definitely hope that you guys also invested in Omi as well, because I think we're going to see a good year. I think we're finishing the migration up on January 17th, and after that, we're going to be able to be on more exchanges. And Dr. Profit actually said, thanks, Kurt, I appreciate that. Said something about February 7th specifically. I found that pretty interesting. He was saying that February 7th, we were likely to see exchanges. I don't know why he said that, but Dr. Profit seems to be either ahead of the groove or knows something that we don't. And I don't know. I thought that was really interesting as well. Again, I'm not too sure on that, but yeah, it's nuts either way. Like again, congrats to everybody. Only back to 0.008. Yeah. So once we're listed on new exchanges, I don't think we'll ever see below a penny again. Right now, with the Go chain, I'm sorry about coughing, by the way. I know it's loud. With the way Go chain is, it's kind of easily manipulated because you have some whales that are holding a very large amount of OMI. But when we get more exchanges, that spreads out the money more to where the whales, they can still affect the market, but not nearly as much. So I don't see it being suppressed under a penny once we're on several different bigger exchanges. So I think we got some like really cool stuff up ahead that I'm looking forward to. But man, I just can't believe it, man. Like I'm such a regular person, and to look at my portfolio this week and like see things that have never even existed in my bank account before is just mind blowing. And it's again, I said a tweet earlier, but it was like you expect it just to be good, and it is good, but it's like it kind of messes with you because I mean, you're thinking about it all the time. You're like, I've dreamt about my freaking VV vault because like it's all you think about during the day, and like you're sitting on tens of thousands of dollars potentially, and you're like, oh, is it going to keep going up? Is it going to correct? Like you're just kind of there, and I don't know. And I'm glad I'm not the only one feeling that. Like I know that's a very normal thing to feel. But it's interesting. I can't find my tweet. Oh yeah, I said never thought seeing insane gains would cause me so much emotional controversy, and I definitely mean that. Oh, somebody said not enough, only 100K. I need more Omi. 100K will still get you the first few staking tiers, I think, especially once Omi price goes up even more. When Pokemon, what's up? When Pokemon has his own YouTube channel, let's go. I agreed. I'm ready for big exchanges. Yeah, man, I am too. What do you think about my MCP video the other day? I know you said you're pretty bullish on the Master Collector program yourself, so I'd like to know your thoughts on that. JT said hi. Sorry, I skipped a question. Serious question. How do we know when to take profits? Looks like prices are not going to stop. I don't know. That's a great question. Like, are you in it to collect? Are you in it just to make profits? I think we need like to have our personal goals. Um, and it's hard for anybody to tell anybody what that is, like I don't care who you are, nobody can predict this market. It's so new. We don't have enough data. We can get excited and say that things are going to go up and to the right, and I do believe that they will, but I'm never going to criticize for somebody taking profits. Um, is it going to change your life? Are you going to do something else with those profits? Are you going to reinvest them? I mean, I've definitely since been in it since beginning of March. Um, Everything that I haven't put a dime in VV in a long time, but my gym count and my collectibles just grow because I always use my profits to make more profits. But it just depends on what type of person you are. Yeah, it's such a hard question because there's so many layers to it. For me personally, I got like double my initial investment. I still have it kind of like set to aside, and so everything I have in VV right now is writing free. And there's certain things that I like. Well, there's certain things I did sell the last few days. I sold, like I'll show you. There are certain things I did take profits on the last few days, but ultimately there's still stuff that like I'm waiting for it to change my life more so than waiting for it to like go up a little bit longer. I don't know if you can see that. There's a lot of green right there. I did sell some stuff the last few days. But yeah, great question, Cosmos. I would love to give you a better answer, but I just don't feel like anybody should be telling anyone when to take profits because it's really up to the person who's collecting or who what your goals are. Frankie Boy says, "So we getting some charts?" Yeah. So part of this, I'm going to pick a winner on live, 3 winners for a 1 month free subscription to Cherry Charts. And by the way, you might be thinking like, "Oh, just 1 month. Like, what's that going to do?" Let me show you real quick before I move on to the next question. Um, it's a great month to have these charts, man. Like I've been using the heck out of these. I've done lives using these. But like for instance, the other day when I was looking at like stamps, I got rid of everything else and it was a Day of the Dead. Mother, I noticed that out of everything that was picking up, stamps were at a decline. So I noticed that stamps hit a all-time high of 740. Which I actually think it went above this. And I did a live video like a week ago. You can literally go back and watch it. I still have it posted. And I noticed that while everything was going up and to the right, the stamps retraced from the all-time high. And when I bought the stamp, it was down here. I bought mine for like 570 or 580. So I brought it around here because I noticed everything else was going up except for the United States Postal Office stamps. Like, what sense does that make? And as you can tell, okay, well, let me say something real quick. Let me be crystal clear. I don't like when anybody brags about anything right now because everything's going up. I'm just saying my logic as to why I did this and showing you. So, but before I get into any of this, I'm not bragging about this play because everything's going up. I hate when people are like screenshot something like, "Look, I told you." Like, no, the whole market's up. But I did calculate this because it retraced from its all-time high. It wasn't pushing with everything else, and sure enough, I bought at 580, and now we're at 970. And that's like I'm not talking a play that I did a month ago. I'm talking a play I did on live a week ago. Um, Not even a week ago. So I bought this entire set for cheaper than what just the ultra rare stamp costs now a week ago, or not again, like however many days. So it's just insane. But these charts are really useful. You can also do market cap breakdowns. So right now, I think today we broke a $2 billion market cap, which is nuts. You can see right here, 2.1 billion today, 1.7 yesterday, last week 1.1 billion. That's for comics and collectibles as a whole. And if you watch my recent video, I did, and it's very controversial. I did a master collector program video, which, by the way, I'm glad you're here, and then I can clarify this. I think there's other ways to build master collector points besides just sets. I probably did overemphasize sets in the video because there's a lot of different strategies to do a master collector. But basically, the video is arguing that I think master collector points will come in on the future to future drops because of the drop raffle system. Anyways, um, he has a MCP points maximizer that shows you the cost of what the items are, or the collectibles, the comics, and how many points you get. And then he has one of the sets, and you can kind of like organize it however you want. You can sort by the cost of set, you can sort by the whole set, blah blah blah. So it's really cool. And why am I showing you all this? Because part of this video right now is I'm going to give 3 of these away for a month. And I think you can get a lot of money, a lot of gains in a month from using this for a month. So, Cherry Charts, I know him. I'm not doing this for like paid advertisement. I really like using the resource, so I'm just sharing it with other people. What I missed out in chat. Do you think MTL announcement is the one that's causing the market to cool off a bit? Was there a recent MTL announcement? I didn't even see it. I feel like, so I was really active earlier today, but it was in the last few hours. I didn't even see it. I was pretty busy these last few hours. A couple hours feels like a couple days in the NFT space. Yo, what's up, Austin? I realize I have an issue taking profit, so I've recently been buying multiples of the things I like so that I don't feel as bad as selling a few of them off because I'm still keeping one. Preach. I wish I would have done that since the beginning, and I like feel ashamed that I haven't. I mean, I bought multiples of certain collectibles specifically recently, but like I wish since my first purchase, like early March, it was a Stay Puft Man. My second one was a Todd. I wish I'd have bought more, like, I mean, but more of the same item, same collectible. That way, like, we can at that point, if you buy a multiple, you can wait, you can sell one off, get your initial investment back plus some, and then let the rest ride as long as you possibly feel like. And the more you stack, the more you can do that. You can buy 10, 20, 30, 40, however many you buy. I mean, you can sell a few off if you want to, get your initial investment back, get even more than that, and then let the rest ride as long as you want. Take some more profits along the way. Now you got 3 extra investment plus more gems, and then let the rest ride for the next 10 years if you want to. Like, I am so mad at myself for not doing that. So I really haven't really started stacking, and I'm even embarrassed to say this until December probably. I bought like 30 storms, and I bought like I don't know 20. What was it? I stacked a couple things: storms, Coca Cola. I really didn't stack stamps that much. I have the whole set plus like a couple of duplicates. But I mean, my point is, like, I started to stack a lot more recently. Like, if I find something I like, Deadpool's was a good one. I mean, we're getting Deadpool's for 80 a pop. And now what? They're at like 400, 300 or something like that. It's nuts. Um, yeah, all those things that were recent that I saw value in, I stacked because I was like, you know what? This past 9 months, 10 months, I haven't done a good job at stacking. I'm not going to make that mistake in the future. And I'm not going to make that mistake ever again. Like, I'm sitting on a decent amount of gems now. And if I see something that I think will go up in value, I'm at least going to get 3. That's David Hughes, 1 to hold, 1 to flip, and 1 to decide whatever you want to do with. I'm going to at least get 3. And then the rest, I mean, I might even buy more than that. Depends on the price. Yo, Garrett, what's up? Sorry, I'm just not getting to this. If you're not jumping in, I'm kind of sick, and my camera stand broke, so it's at a different spot right now. 0.0081. Let's go. Let's look at Omi real quick. From CoinGecko. I like using CoinGecko. I don't really know why. Also, I wonder if Omi moved up. So we are at 0.00805. It was probably, at that. Look at this pretty chart. I love it. I love it. 7 days, constant growth. 14 days, constant growth. 30 days, little dip right here, constant growth. 90 days. Man, this is looking good. You know what this is looking like? This is looking like we're going to hit right here again pretty soon, baby. I mean, if we get on some exchanges in February, it's over. I really don't think we'll see these lows again, but I mean, we'll see when we get there. Loving the way Omi's looking right now. Yo, Splint, what's going on? Welcome to the stream. Glad you came. I've been gobbling up rare and ultra rare comics for cheap MCP points. Yeah, that's another reason why not just sets are great for MCP points. Like comics are great to stack. Again, my last video, I probably, focused too hard on sets. The problem with YouTube videos is like you have like 10 minutes to try to elaborate your point, or 10 minutes give or take. So you definitely leave things out, in the process. So that's why these lives are a little bit better. You're kind of able to explain yourself a little bit more. And people still don't like the 10 minutes. I do. I made a few shorts and people are like, thank you so much for like the less than 60-second explanation. But at that point, I'm leaving so much information out. I'm not able to elaborate on anything. So I don't know. I teach their own. Kurt said, what's the best way to analyze the charts other than seeing what hasn't pumped? Yeah, this is a great question. I feel like a lot of times when people say things are undervalued, I think they're either one, just talking about their own bags, or they're two, they're talking about let me they're talking about a comparison amongst other collectibles, and that's what I like to do, which I guess that's kind of on the basis of it hasn't pumped. But like what is Deadpool's popularity compared to what's another good Invisible Woman's popularity? I don't know a lot about Invisible Woman, so this is a bad example. Okay. How many mints are there of each? How many mints are there of Deadpool and how many mints are there are Invisible Woman? Okay, they're around the same mints. And let's just assume it's not, but let's assume their popularity is close. There's this many Deadpool fans, and you can look this up on Google. There's this many Invisible Woman fans. Deadpool's at 300 and Invisible Woman's at 100. Why? If they have the same amount of, and I'm not saying this as a real example right now, hypothetical, but like if they have the same amount of mints, they have similar popularity, and one's dramatically under the other one. I feel like that's another way to tell whether it's actually undervalued. Undervalued compared to the rest of the market. I mean, that's how I do things sometimes. Like again, I stacked a lot of storms, and to me, Storm is FA X-Men. If you go to X-Men on the VEVE tab, the only thing that pops up is Storm. And Storm does have a decent fan base. It's not nearly anything like Deadpool's, but it's a decent fan base. And Storm is also going to enter in as Queen of Wakanda. Storm is an ethnically diverse character, and as we see with Miles Morales, Spider-Man, that's doing huge this millennial, these last few years. So I mean, the upside to me on Storm was there. And I don't know if that answers your question, Kurt, but other than seeing what hasn't pumped, comparing mints, comparing rarities, comparing popularity, and seeing why one price is lower than the other. And if you can't get to a good answer on why, then buy the fear, like nothing. And again, that's what I do with Storm. I was buying Storm under retail. Why was she under retail? Like people were like literally weren't touching Storm because they were scared to buy her because nobody else was buying her. Well, now, and again, everything's pumped. I'm not bragging about this in particular, but like now that Storm is like doing decent, decent still. I mean, she's like only like 2-3x her retail now. Then people are like, okay, well, people are actually buying her, so maybe I should go buy her, But I and other people did this way better than me, but they bought the fear. I think a great example of that is Silicone something. I don't, he was on NFT Pirates channel. He's on Twitter, but he bought like 100 something Spider-Man commons at like $100 a pop, if not cheaper. At that time, Spider-Man commons were, I mean, they were 100 gems, and for whatever reason, people weren't stacking them except for him. Not for whatever reason. There's like 35,000 of them. So people got scared of how many mints there were, but not Silicone. He said, you know what? I don't care if there's 35,000 mints. I'm going to keep buying the heck out of these because it's freaking Spider-Man. And if this app is massively adopted, then there's a lot more than 35,000 Spider-Man fans. So he made the decision that he was going to buy over 100. Now he has 150 of them. Last time I checked, there was 177 in circulating supply. He owns almost the exact same amount that's in circulating supply. His average cost, I can't tell you for sure. I can almost guarantee you it's under 200, maybe under 300, and common Spider-Man sitting at 1,400. So, just buying that fear, and that, like, of, wherever an item's sitting, because a lot of times we feel like we're buying the all-time high, so we don't buy more. I think that's a big mistake. I did that with stamps. Like, the first time I bought into stamps, I bought in, like, when ultra rare hit, like, 200 something or 300 something, and I was like, "Gosh, it's been sitting at, like, 150, 180 for, a month. Why did I buy this?" And hindsight, they're 1,000 a pop. I feel like using those examples and the education and the trial and error that we've had in the past moving forward, what with other new users not having the same trials and tribulations, we're able to make better moves, if that makes sense. I'll tell you right now, and this is a little speculation, but like if Pokemon does drop, I still think with all the knowledge we have, with seeing Walt go to whatever he's at, 40K, seeing Spider-Man go to 100K, I still can almost guarantee you there's gonna be users dropping that first ever secret rare Pokemon for under 10K. Like, I can almost promise you. Not only under 10K, I'm thinking under 6K because new people are coming in, they're putting 60 gems into the app, they're landing something that's worth $5,000. I mean, like, that's exciting, like, as a person who's, like, not, like, living in this space like we do. Like to turn 60, 100, a couple $100 into 5 grand, that's a huge, huge deal. So a lot of you are thinking like, there's no way they're going to paper hand like that. Like I'm willing to bet, Walt was 2000 for weeks or no, he's 2000 for like a week, I think. And then he like doubled and then he doubled again. I really think like Pokemon or something like that, is going to be like 6K. And then after that, it's probably going to double next week and then double and double and double. Um, so I'm ready for that, and I'm ready to stack that. But not just Pokemon. I mean, there's other big brands. I don't know if you guys heard, but apparently Alex was in a space the other night, and he leaked a few things. I think we're gonna get another Star Wars. It don't use this video as a source for this. This is just what I heard. We're possibly gonna get a new Star Wars character soon, and we're going to get a new Disney character soon. Do I think that this is going to cause like a dramatic gem squeeze? Probably not. I mean, if it's Vader, maybe. It'd probably be like some type of retraction just because we're kind of due for like a little correction. But I mean, bro, I don't know anymore. Like, I thought we were due for a little correction like a while back. Like, I mean, it's like every time I think that the market's gonna chill, it just like keeps going up. Like I don't even know anymore. I mean, like the gains are insane, man. Like I've never been in anything like this. I was early on GameStop and like I bought GameStop for like 17 a share back like last or in 2020 whatever year that was. And GameStop kept going up and it broke 100 and then it broke 200 and then it broke 300 and finally I like took a little bit of profits, I think like in the 300 range. And then you had Wall Street bets like, talking about GameStop being 1,000 a share, 2,000 a share, basically infinite money. There's a money glitch and GameStop got to like 460 and then peaked out. We got screwed by Robinhood, by Vlad. We got screwed by I don't even want to talk about it on live. I don't know if I'm even allowed to. But it dramatically dropped and it corrected to like back down to low 100s or almost 90s. Now these are a little bit NFTs are different, very different, but it's like that happened and then I've been a part of crypto flash crashes. So like obviously like those happen where you get like a 50 to 80% correction in a day. You see I mean let's take Bitcoin for example, go from 65K to 30K in a day. So it's weird for me not to see a correction. Not that I'm like the most experienced by any means. I'm not claiming that, but like just between stocks and crypto, always seeing some type of correction, whether it be due to FUD or something else. It's weird not to see. I mean, like again, every time I feel like we're going to see a correction, it's like it just 2x's again, and it's insane. And let me say, by the way, I don't think there's going to be a flash crash. Like I'm just surprised we haven't had like a little bit of like 20% or something like that. Like it's nuts to me, but I'm excited, dude. I mean, like I'm not complaining about my portfolio getting more and more valuable every single day. Like it's nuts. Kurt said, I've been on VV for less than 6 months and it feels like years. It's crazy. I mean, months really do feel like years in this space. Big thanks to your MCP point set videos. Bought a Marvel set for 800. Big rise since. Let's go. Nice, nice. That's awesome. George said 26 watching and 6 likes. Come on, come on, Omi fam, hit the like button. Yes, please. Thank you, George. Yeah, if you're here right now, hit that like button down below for the YouTube algorithms. It helps. It's a free way to help me support my channel. I appreciate that. MF Floyd said, "Yo yo, what's up, man? Got my got my recur and VEVE homie in the house. Yes, you can be both. What's a Pokemon? Oh, it's these little creatures that you enslave and make them do the things that you want them to do. Secret Rare Captain and Secret Rare Spidey are 900 mints total. I think Capped is super undervalued. What do you think? I think that there's a couple of aspects to this, that there's a reason. One, you have to remember that Spidey is not only the Spider-Man that people know, love, and resonate with. Spider-Man is the first appearance of Marvel on VV. Like that's a big deal by itself. So we can't compare those two because it's the first appearance of Marvel. That was a huge deal outside of popularity. I'm not gonna hate on Captain America. I don't know if he's as I know people love him. I just can't see the same resonation with Captain America as I do with Spider-Man. Um, but I don't know. I mean, specifically, like you would think, like maybe Americans love him more than the rest of the world. I don't know. I don't know if that's a fact or it's just me thinking about it. I mean, he's Captain America. Um, but also, Captain America is not a first appearance. So the little Marvel Mighty took Captain America's first appearance tag, and that does matter. Like I really do think that matters. At the end of the day, it sucks that it matters because Vivi didn't mean to do that. I think it was more of an accident, but it does. This isn't the first time Captain America's ever appeared on the blockchain. So obviously, Captain America is still worth a lot because of what you just said. It's the same. It's the same mints as Spidey, and Captain America is an Avenger, a very popular one. But with all that said, he's still not the first appearance, and he's not the first appearance Marvel. I don't know. I mean, I don't think Captain America will ever see anything close to what the Spidey like. I don't think it's going to be close to Spidey. Maybe we'll see it get to the level Spidey's at one day. But that's my opinion on why I think it's significantly lower than Spidey. Chin Fi Chan said, "Wait, there's Pokemon? No, no, no. I'm not saying that there's Pokemon. There's a high assumption that there's Pokemon from Alfred Kahn and other things alluding to it. And basically, at this point, Vivi or I don't know if it was Reese specifically said that there wasn't a license they reached out to that they didn't get. And so far, everything that they have alluded to, they have announced. They had pictures of David Yu with like Mickey hands, and we have Disney. I think they had leaks of Marvel, and we have Marvel. It would just make sense, and I think it's going to be one of those things that, it's not going to crush me if we don't have it at the end of the day. But like with Alfred Kahn and Jeremiah Padawar, which is a Pokemon toy maker, um, it it would really shock me if we didn't have Pokemon. It's gonna be impossible to buy on the market after Pokemon. It will be. It's gonna be an absolute bloodbath, and I'm gonna be part of the bloodbath. Star Wars just said win Chewie. I don't know. Chewie would be a good one too. I'm really thinking. So Vivi is pretty good at being accurate with what's going on. Like on the news and on like TV and stuff. I feel like I've been seeing the Boba Fett series more often than not recently on Disney Plus. So I'm wondering if like Boba Fett would be a good option for, next week or the week after that. Or if maybe I don't know. I think it's like I don't think they're gonna come out the gates with Vader, but maybe Chewie would be really cool though. Sorry about the coughing. I'm still sick, if you can't tell by my voice. The nice thing about a collectible like Todd is mostly gem squeeze proof. Yes, I agree. I'm still holding my Todd. I only have one Todd. I wish I would have stacked them, but I didn't. But I'm going to hold for dear life. JT said recur to the moon on a VV analytics stream. Come on, man. No, I was kidding. I do have a pass, and I do plan on being in recur. What do you think about the Doctor Doom mighty? Oh, I love it. I have it. Yeah, I think, that's the first appearance of Doctor Doom, which is a huge villain in the MCU. I kinda like the Mighties. I hated them for the longest time because they stole a bunch of first appearances from characters like Captain America and Doctor Doom. But, I mean, I think they're kinda fun, and, again, speculation, but, like, I can definitely see them being used in the Vverse for a game. Like, that'd be really cool to have a game with the Marvel Mighties, and talk about renting, like if you can play the game using the Marvel Mighties, that people are going to want to rent your Marvel Mighties to play the game. So like they're definitely going to want to rent my Doctor Doom. So Doctor Doom hit pretty high price this week. Let's look at it. I'm going to get to something. I can also talk about how I acquired Doctor Doom because it's a really fun story as well. But let's look at it real quick in the charts. I'm giving away 3 of these towards the end of the stream, by the way. If you're not already, you needed to go comment your favorite set on my last YouTube video. So you can do that during the stream if you want to. I don't really care. But let's look at Doctor Doom. So I know it hit like a ridiculous price, just like everything else. Doctor Doom, 1500. Yeah. So I have a 3-digit Doctor Doom. And the fact that it hit 1500 this week is insane. But I have certain things that I won't sell because I'm not going to risk my sets, and that's one of them. So, the way I acquired Doctor Doom was really cool. I had a Todd. It was the Todd that I bought off the market, and somebody reached out to me, because they had they had the physical mint of my Todd, but they didn't wanna sell it. They wanted the NFT version of it. So, they offered me, a lower mint Todd, like a significantly lower mint, a Doctor Doom 3-digit, a secret rare. I think it was Avengers. It was a decent. It wasn't that good of an Avengers comic. I forgot which one it was. It was the one with a stallion on it. Um, yeah, and I think that's it for my Todd. So I traded my Todd that matched their mint, and my Todd was a pretty good mint. Mine was 4001. I know there's specific collectors out there that will pay a premium for like those like special mints, like 1001, 2001, 3001, 4001. But I was like, why rob this person of getting a matching Todd for their physical? And I think one day he'll be able to sell the physical and digital together for an insane amount of money. But also just the collecting aspect. I'm actually on the hunt right now for a matching mint physical of my Todd McFarlane. I would love to get a matching one, but that's for another day. They're so hard to find. JT said, I don't know what that is. Ethan said, yo, what's up, Ethan? Welcome to the stream, man. Android Pro Gamer. Iron Man will come back. Did Iron Man go somewhere? I'm gonna look at Iron Man's price. Let's see. I mean, I saw Iron Man touching 3K yesterday. I mean, he didn't really go anywhere. Iron Man's at 2.7 floor. Then it jumps up to 2.9. Then it jumps up to 3. So, I mean, I think Iron Man's doing pretty good. What's your thoughts on Pride? Own one? Think it could go big on secondary? Yeah, I do. I don't own Pride, nor do I know a ton about Pride. But there's enough pumpers out there that Pride's gonna do well, but also like I know there's also legitimate reason behind Pride. So having both of those things, I mean, Ray Fixie swept the floor like by spending like 100,000 or $200,000 just on Prides, to get the floor from, I don't even remember what it was. It was like from like maybe 10,000 to like 20, something like that. But I mean, so Ray Fixie's probably holding like 50 prides by himself. Um, yeah, I don't really have a strong opinion on it, but I know there's a lot of big believers behind it, and I know it's a very world-renowned company, and it's also just a beautiful piece. So I'm sure it's gonna do well. I agree, George. I say this because like the rare Spidey, I do own a rare Spidey. But it's weird. Like the common Spidey is like 1400, and the rare Spidey was like 2.2 last I checked. I'm not gonna sell my rare Spidey. I got it on drop. That's what I went for on the drop. So I don't really care if it hits like 10K. I'm not gonna sell it. But it is weird that like the ultra rare is like 14K or something like that. The secret rare is 100K, and then the rare is all the way down to 2.2K. I need to go look at edition size, but you would think it would be like I think I did do edition sizes the other day. I want to say that the ultra rare has about no the rare has about 3 times more mints than the ultra rare. So the way I factored it in is it should be around like you should divide that by 3 to determine the value. So it was around that. Again, I'm going off my head. I'm not going off numbers in front of me. So if the ultra rare is at 14K right now, then you would think that the rare would be between 4 and 5K, but it's not. It's around like 2.2 right now. Again, I'm not looking. I'm just talking about it. But I do agree. I mean, especially compared to the common trying to catch up with it, I think the rare is undervalued to whatever extent we use the term undervalued to. And to that extent I just named, as far as mint numbers go and edition size and how the others are performing within the same class. The rare is definitely underperforming opposed to the ultra rare and the secret rare. I want to say it's 3 times the mints. You can literally go look on the app right now to find out. It wasn't the exact. It was like 3.3 or something like that. Hunter said hello. We got the Doge pack. Bro, think of it like this: when the dollar goes down, the Mona Lisa stays the same price. It's art and crypto, and they had a baby, and then they named it an NFT. Hope your bags are packed. I love that. That's awesome. If you can't go for the secret rare, yeah. So this is a fun topic. So a lot of times we see rarity trickle down. So what you see is the secret rare gets priced out by the average person. I mean, most people myself don't have $100,000 to come onto the app and be like, I want that Spidey, you know? So what do? We buy down rarity. Okay, well, do we have $14,000 for the ultra rare? No, it's still out of my range. Do we have $2,200 for the rare? Still kind of out of my range, you know? And you work your way down. I don't know what the uncommon's at, and then the common's at 1.4, and you're like, oh, well, 1.4, I can kind of afford that, especially when it was like way cheaper, when it was like, couple hundred. You're like, I can afford that. And the beauty of all of these being the first appearance of Spider-Man on the blockchain and of Marvel on the blockchain is that you still own part of history. It doesn't matter at the end of the day, as far as this topic is concerned, whether it's a common or secret rare, if you just want to own part of history. I'm not saying the common is going to be worth the same as the secret rare, but like it's a rarity ladder, and you work your way down and you find out what you're willing to pay for, and you're placing your bets on that, that there's more than 35,000 people that love Spider-Man because there's 35,000 ish mints. I'm not looking again, but yeah, you kind of see what I'm talking about. So I do think working your way down the rarity ladder, I could probably make a video on this as well, is a good plan. And you can use that for other stuff that's not so expensive. You can use that for Storm. You can use that for Deadpool. You can use that for whatever is that first appearance or whatever you like. You still own, especially, okay, the best examples are the ones that it's a first appearance, but it has several different animations or poses because each one of those is a chance for you to own the first one. So, like Doctor Doom, for instance, or no, let's go back. Captain America, for instance, his first appearance got taken away by Marvel Mighty. So, if you want part of history with Captain America first appearing on the blockchain, you have one shot, and that one shot is a derpy looking a bobblehead that exists as a Marvel Mighty. You don't have because the Captain America that's on VEVE with all the animations and the shield and the different rarities, that's not first appearance. So yes, I do. I think he's still gonna be valuable. Like, yeah, it's Captain America and it looks really cool. But you're still, you don't have all those chances to own the first Captain America. You only have one chance, and it's in the form of a Marvel Mighty, which I don't even know where that's at right now. I'll have to look at that later. Yes, sir. VV Recur to the Moon. Bought remember Corno season 2 for 700. Now it's at like 1.1K. That's hype. That's awesome. Was looking to buy season 1 as well for the MCP, but that set jump from 770 to 1020. Dang, that's nuts. I just paid 500 to finish the set, like, before I made that video a couple days ago. That's crazy, and I only had 2 commons. Let's see. That set jumped from 770 to 1020 since this morning. Do you think I should wait for it to possibly drop or pick it up now? Not taking your advice as financial advice. Yeah, this is not financial advice. Um, my best, non-financial advice is, well, 1, I don't know. This thing everything has it's 2x to more than I expected it to, like 2x, 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 2x. But if what Alex did leak in spaces is legit and we are getting like a Star Wars, another big Star Wars character or just a Star Wars character or a Disney character, it would make sense to me that we see some type of retraction. I mean, I'm not talking like, oh God, panic, 80%. But I mean, it would make sense if we could get a little bit of discount. Uh, but I could be wrong. These things are just going parabolic, man. I don't care who you are. There's no way you can predict the way the market's going right now, and it's too new. There's not enough data, and it's too volatile. Sam Wilson and Johnny Walker to the moon. I love that. I wish I would cherished mine more when they first dropped. What do you think about the price of the Secret Rare Storm? So I bought Storm at 888, the Secret Rare at 3-digit mint, and I thought that was a really good price. I think it's at like 2.5 right now. Let me go look. Let me just make sure. Uh, By the way, I only own one secret rare storm. I own a lot of the other rarities. So yeah, the floor is 2.5. I guess it's easy for me to say this because I own one. I still feel like that's I still think that's low for the first appearance of X-Men on the blockchain and for the first appearance of the Queen of Wakanda. Um, yeah, I mean, especially compared to like some of the other secret rares that we're seeing. Like, you could see Captain America like hit 9K this week. I'm not saying Storm's as big as Captain America, but like she's got a lot of power to her, and I think she's just gonna get bigger over the next few years. So I don't know. It's not something I would say like go buy, but like it's tempting for me to get another. Honestly, I might get another Storm if it drops below 2K again, another secret rare. I have I have like 30 Storms total, but only one secret rare. What are your thoughts on low special mints? Do you go for them? So I don't over leverage myself with low mints. Like I know some mints are like, if it's a 2-digit mint, it's like 8 to 10x floor. If it's a 3-digit mint, it's usually like a good like 2x floor. It depends on if it's comic or collectibles. So what I like to do is, um, usually I'll pick up like a 4-digit mint on things that like I'm buying the floors. I'm buying multiple of. And that way, like, in the future, if I go to resell and get some of my money back, um, they sell quicker. Like, people are just more inclined to buy 4-digit mints than 5-digit mints. It's a psychological thing, I'm convinced. Um, but yeah, they sell a lot quicker, and I can even list them a little bit above floor price. So I go for 4-digit mints. I go for 3-digit mints if they're not that far out of reach. Like, let me see if I screenshotted it. Someone listed an uncommon storm for like 30 above floor last night. I had no plan on buying another, or 2 nights ago. I had no plan on buying another storm, but here I am buying another storm. It was a 755 uncommon listed for like 30 gems above floor. So I was like, why not? I mean, I already think storms, are probably undervalued. So I picked it up. So like if there's 3-digit mints that are like not far above floor, I'll grab them as well. But I definitely wouldn't consider myself like a low mint hunter by any means. Props to those guys and girls. They have like more faith and more, I don't know, like patience than I do. Another thing is like I'm either going to hold something for like life, like I have no intention to sell for the longest period of time, or I'm gonna flip it when I want to flip it. And with low mints, I just don't really have that option. Like a lot of times, if you want to get out of a low mint quick, it's just not going to happen. You're gonna have to wait for somebody else to buy it. So, all right. My daughter just got home. She was yelling at me. Let's see. Why did everything jump in price? So I have a lot of there's a basically to shorten this answer, there's an insane amount of gems being added to the market. Somebody posted the data today. Let me go find it for you. You got to see this if you haven't seen this already. It's absolutely insane. Is it this? No, that's Omi. Gem purchase. Here we go. Yeah, there was I'll pull this up. There was 3.8 million gems purchased, even with the averaging up with Omi taking off. So, yeah, 3.8 million gems purchased. I guess I mean, like, that's just insane. Like let that sink in. That's a that's so much. So we're basically seeing an influx of money come in, and also money still can't leave, so it is circulating. I think a lot of people were expecting MTL, which is the money transmitter license, to come into play. So they were either going to buy the potential dips that were going to happen. Do you mind shutting that door? They were either going to buy the potential dips that were going to happen with their gem balances, or they were going to. I'm getting distracted. I'm sorry. Or they're going to withdraw their money. And right now, it's stuck into this. It's in VV. So sorry, my daughter was crying for a minute, but I'm focused. But yeah, there's a lot of money coming in. Also, this is just a little side note, something that I've noticed today. There's been a lot of BASE owners like favoriting my tweets and favoriting VV related tweets. I'm wondering if there's like talk within the BASE community and OpenSea community of the insane VV bull run that we're having right now, and people are coming from other major projects to put into it. And that's speculation, but I mean, we're getting so much money coming in, it's nuts. We also had Andre Jick, 2 million subs ish. Make another VV YouTube video. We had the Doge Pound millionaire make another, or he just said that he was on board, that he bought Omi, and that he bought into VV. So we had some big companies like Coin Bureau mention Omi. So yeah, I mean, things are just looking pretty good for VV overall and Omi. Things are being mentioned. Have you seen how many gems were purchased in the app yesterday? What do you think caused that ridiculousness? That's funny. I just answered that question without reading in this first. But yeah, 3.8 million gems purchased in the app. That's nuts. This pump is insane. Absolutely. It's crazy. If anyone has mint 11722 from yesterday's drop, please let us know. Hunter had a baby and really wants this mint for his newborn son. Commons are pushing the other rarities. Wait, commons are pushing the other rarities, then yes. Yeah, some commons make sense to me why they push. Like, the Spider-Man's in like his like typical pose. So like it makes sense to me why people would value the Spider-Man pose more. But some commons I feel like, I don't know, people just unnecessarily try to pump them because that's what they can buy the most of. I'm excited for the MCP. Your video hyped me up, and I went out and bought more rare and ultra rare comics. They are nice because if you need to sell one for gems, you don't break your sets. That's a great time to buy it because I know we had a pretty good comic pump like today specifically. How far from localization are we? And is Ultraman still undervalued? I'm not for the Ultraman hype. I'm gonna be straight up. I own the Ultraman 2D set, the entire set, and I don't plan on selling it. I was tempted to sell it when it almost hit 2K this week. But the Ultraman that's in VV is not the same series of Ultraman that the Japanese grew up with and love. It's kind of a newer gen Ultraman. So I'm really not even too convinced that the Ultraman specifically that we have right now is going to cause the Japanese craze. Also, to top that off, this is nothing against like China, like our Japan. It's nothing against the people, but the government is pretty fickle with crypto. I mean, every year it seems like they're like, "Oh, we're going to allow crypto. Never mind, we're not going to allow crypto. Oh, we're going to allow this. Never mind, we're not going to allow this." So like to place my bets that the Chinese government is going to open up to NFTs and then stay there, I'm not putting my future investments in that. I'm not trying to cause FUD for the Ultraman holders or whatever, but that's my 2 cents on that. I don't think the Ultraman that is in the app right now is the Japanese Superman. If you are from Japan and you're watching this, correct me. I didn't know this until like last week. I learned in one of the spaces, John, he speaks a lot. He's got a picture of the rainbow labricorn as his profile, and he was explaining this, and it blew my mind. And he sent me links to go look at it for myself. So yeah, that's my thoughts on Ultraman. Sorry to crush your spirits if you aped in. I'm not okay. All that being said, I'm not saying like it was a bad investment or it's not going to go up or anything like that. My main argument is I'm not relying on the government, um, another government for the sake of my investment because China screwed the crypto market last summer. I don't know. You can go look at the chart, and when we had that flash crash, it was because of China. And Floyd said, "Appreciate it, my man. I'm gonna head out for dinner. Thank you for in advance for the stream. Or thank you for the advice and this stream. Yeah, man. Have a great night. Have a good dinner. I got me some Chinese food tonight. Actually, it was fantastic. Ate up right before the stream. I take credit for you buying Secret Rare Storm. Why? I don't remember you being in that. Have we talked already about the Deadpool Secret Rare FA comic? No, we have not. But I haven't really been looking at the prices or anything about it, to be honest. I have the common. I don't have the Secret Rare though. People are sleeping on FA Joker, to be honest. FA Joker had a pretty good pump, man. I was swing trading those babies for the longest time. I was buying the Jim. If you're talking about Jim Lee, I was buying Jim Lee at like 270 and then selling for like 380, and then it would drop back down to 300. I would buy it and then I would resell it again for 380. It would drop back down again to 300, and then I would sell it again for 400. And eventually that just kept on happening and happening. And I sold it for 600. I didn't buy it back when it dropped back down to like 400 like I should have, and like my game plan always was. And then it just shot up to like 1,200 and then 1,500, and now it's at like 2K. I think it's even past 2K now. So I get the sentiment that you're saying, but it's not like it's being completely slept on. I mean, it's getting a pretty good gains. And that's coming from somebody who checks the floor often. Now, I get the argument. Joker is amazing, one of the best villains in any universe, and also the first villain on VEVE, Black and White series, season 1. So, like, I get what you're saying. That said, it's not like it hasn't pumped, but it's also not like it can't even go way further up from here. Cheers, bud. Gonna rewind and catch the whole video. Just want to say cheers and glad you're feeling better. Thank you, Sora. I appreciate that so much. Yeah, I feel good enough to stream, but I'm still not all here, man. I'm still stopped up and sniffling and coughing and all that fun stuff. I'm gonna get to a few more comments, and we're gonna pick some winners for the cherry charts. I have a stack of common OG Devil Bunnies worth over 2K. Should I sell all and buy a Joe Mad? I've been debating this for a long time. I mean, if you want Joe more than you want the OG Devil Bunnies, then yes. I said so. Joe is one of the ones that I let go of during this bull run. I kind of I kind of regret it, but I did better things with the gems. So with things that I don't care about, okay, so there's certain things in the apps I care about collecting, and then there's certain things in the app I care about MCP value. But then there's certain things I look at strictly from flipping. So for me, it's like, can Joe be worth 4K, soon? Yeah, absolutely. But I took my profit and I'm like, can I 2x this somewhere else soon? Yeah, and I did. I think I sold my Joe and bought all Coca-Cola polar bears. I think. I don't even remember what I did with it. But my Coca-Cola polar bears have already since almost doubled as well. So I didn't really miss out on Joe. And at the end of the day, if Joe hits 4K, well, hopefully my polar bears will be, 400 pop by then. And so I'm kind of in the same boat either way, like people get so pressed about, oh my God, I can't believe you sold, but like there's always good plays to be made. So yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, like, do you like Joe? Do you want to collect Joe? Do you have the physical Joe? Um, do you want to do it just for the sake of investing and trying to double your investment? There's so many factors to that. And not only are there so many factors to that, like again, we could have an announcement as soon as next week. I would never I do not want to say don't buy anything right now because our announcement's coming, but like I don't to me it's worth knowing what's going to be announced first. But if you need it or if you want it or if you think it's going to pump again, then go for it. We're just on the same page, Chris. Sorry, I'm going slow through these comment sections. How do you feel about Batgirl on the scooter? I own her just for the set. Not first appearance Batgirl. Um, I can't believe the first appearance Batgirl has been performing the way she has. Like that's nuts. Yeah, I don't know. She's okay. I just got her for the set. I think the market cools down now again. All right. Yeah, I think it will soon, anyways. But we'll see. I mean, again, not many people are complaining about it. Japanese hate Godzilla. Yeah, I mean, it's that kind of stuff, like I'm not obviously like people watching this and people on Twitter like are all from all over the world, and that's really awesome. So I don't want to step out of my place when saying this, but I feel like a lot of times we like speak for other countries. Like, oh yeah, the Japanese are gonna love this. Like, how many I mean, like I feel like I know a couple of people. I don't know like how strong their heritage is in Japan. They haven't said much about Ultraman, like this Ultraman at all. You'd think they would have been stacking since it dropped, if it was gonna be in comparison with Superman. Um, I don't know. I already talked about that a little bit, so I won't stay on that, but it's just kind of funny that we feel like we know how another market's gonna react to a certain collectible. Interesting Ultraman points. Yeah, I'll get off my Ultraman high horse now. Um, yeah, it's whatever. It was a crazy pump though. What a ride that was. I diamond handed my 2D pieces, so I'm happy with that. You don't know how tempting it was for me to sell my poster for 2K that was hovering at like 300 for the longest time and barely ever pumps. And I was amazed to see it over 800 at one point, and then it hit 2K like because of the Ultraman hype. Like I diamond handed it for the set. That's VV forcing us to hold. I made a video on that. Journey into the Mystery got a final high pump. Like it seems 120 gems on common. I never knew. I didn't even see that. That's crazy. Journey into the Mystery, so I've heard, is a pretty good comic to get in real life. Um, I'm in a group with quite a few comic gurus, and I'm not one of them. And they've spoken very highly about Journey into the Mystery. I also heard that Apple Pay has enabled crypto purchases, maybe through Coinbase. Not sure if this is true, but if it is, it might be another reason why we're such a large pump. Yeah, I saw that on Twitter. I don't know. That'd be very interesting, and that definitely could have to do with it. The Ultraman posters will be worth more than Ultraman is the cover of the mangas. Okay, this is really interesting to hear. I didn't know that, which is cool because I own the set. So I mean, I'm all about that. But I mean, this again, I would say further validates my point that I don't think the collectibles themselves is what the Japanese adore. I think that's more of a modern uh, version of Ultraman, but I don't know. So I say I agree with your Ultraman points. This is funny. We're getting a lot of Ultraman talk right now, and that's not even a collectible I'm like big on. But again, I do own the 2D set, and this is really good information to know. Thank you, Oitsuka. Ultraman will have their day. I asked people in Hong Kong, Indonesia, Thailand. A lot of people like them, so it's not about China and Japan. A lot of other Asian countries actually. Okay, I mean that's interesting. That's information to me. I know a lot of times when I watch other YouTube videos or when I see people online, they kind of generalize China as the market for Ultraman, and I see in the comment section a lot that people correct them and say that it's the Asian market that adores Ultraman. Or I mean, it's the Japanese market that adores Ultraman. So that's why I kept on saying Japanese. That was just from what I've heard other people correct other people on. But yeah, I mean, I'm not trying to generalize it. I don't know. Thoughts on what to do with Batman Who Laughs? Bought it a few days ago for just below 100. Don't know if it's gonna moon at all or if it should take just a little profit for the future. Do you have multiple? Um, because between the pump and Ray Fixie tweeting about it today, um, I don't know. I don't like to tell people what to do with their investments, honestly. I like to just do informational videos, but I wish I bought multiple, and I wish I would sell. I would probably have sold one or two to get my money back and then some, and then let the rest ride. But I didn't, and that was a play that I slept on. Batman Who Laughs is a really cool antagonist, and it's crazy because like months ago, he entered Fortnite, which is huge, and the price like barely budged. I thought that news would cause him to move, but during this VV bull run, like it's been going nuts. I mean, you could buy Batman Who Laughs on the market, on the secondary market for 70 gems for months. And now he's worth like 500, like crazy gems. Common Invisible Woman was great, was very stable, 45 to 50 gems. And now it rockets a little bit. Seems like because we have more users now. Yeah, the more users can definitely have to do with it. I was actually kind of surprised to see something drop below retail right off the bat again, which is why I think with future Grail drops that people are going to sleep on them, because I still think people just aren't used to getting that kind of money that quickly, and that they're going to paper hand, for better words, right off drop. I hate sell walls. Yeah, me too. Sometimes I list. Sometimes I'll buy above or below a sell wall just to be petty, even though it doesn't actually like hurt the sell wall. You might be talking about Omi, by the way. I'm sure you're watching Omi chart right now, but on you can use this in the collectible side of things too. And sometimes I'll list right in the middle of a sell wall if I go to sell an item just to make the person upset. It also looks really funny seeing my name in between the same name. What do you think about flipping with capital gains? Yeah, this is an interesting question. I still don't know the answer to. I'm gonna do my best to work with my accountant on this year. There's the taxes. VV Vault had uh, a tax guy on his channel the other day. There's still things I don't agree with. I know it's one of those things like just because we don't agree with it doesn't mean we don't need to pay it. But it's very interesting to me that if you're considered to be taxed at a $1 to $1 rate when gems aren't 1 to $1, because they're not. I mean, in 2021, there's no way we could have sold gems 1 to 1 for $1. So the way I look at it is I might just eat the taxes from last year. I don't know, but I don't know. It's a weird thing. Also, the fact that we didn't have MTL, it's a weird scenario because, like, what if you made 100,000? What if you put 1,000 and you made 100,000 gems, and now you owe taxes, the capital gains tax on those gems you made. Well, you still can't take out your money, and that's where it's different to me. Again, I'm not saying don't pay your taxes. Talk with your local tax professionals. I'm just giving my concerns about it. That's it. Um, every other platform that I know of, you can sell your assets in order to pay your taxes. On OpenSea, if you have ETH on OpenSea, if you have NFTs, you can sell those. You can convert your ETH back to USD safely and pay your taxes. You can sell your assets. Your NFTs are considered an asset class. If you own a house, you don't pay taxes on your house. They can take your house. Well, guess what you can do? You can sell your house so that you can pay your taxes. Again, you're able to sell your house. We're not able to sell our NFTs and get fiat. So that's such a weird area for me. That being said, especially as somebody whose face is online, obviously, I'm gonna just eat it, this year, like whatever. I did well enough to where I can eat it. But that's still like I don't know. Like I don't want to sit here and sound pessimistic. I'm a big person on paying your taxes. But it's a weird subject that a lot of people don't like to talk about. And I understand why, because we can't get our money out. And it's not 1 to 1 to $1. I don't care what anybody says. The gems are not 1 to 1 to $1. So then, like, what do we calculate based on the rate that we got our gems out for, and based on the risk that we took doing it through a escrow or not an escrow, like if I sold my gems for point 0.5, point 0.6, am I still paying a 1-to-1 ratio at a dollar on taxes? Like, you got to think about this stuff, you know? Now, like if your buddy sent you, or not your buddy, if somebody sent you 5 grand over PayPal, you know, for your NFT, then yeah, I mean that's straight up, you know, pay 5 grand on that sell. But you know, anyways, I'll go back and look. I wish I'd have bought. I wish I'd have bought multiple. I'm stuck in the middle. Um, I don't even remember. Yo, I'm back. Did that end? Dang it. The question threw me off so bad it kicked me out. I hit the backspace. I forgot I still got to do the giveaway too. Where was I? Let's see. I meant VEVE. Bought Invisible Woman at 85. Sell Wall 105. So drop back down to 85. Dang. Chris, I'm looking at getting a Mickey UR or Todd long term. What do you think, Mickey, about the past Todd soon? I don't know. Because like Mickey has more like monetary. Like Vicky to me has more like obvious value, especially after the copyright ends in the next few years. But so you can argue that Todd is more of a VV thing, but what if the VV thing actually really matters? You know, like it could be a status symbol of I own the first ever VV NFT. You know, if NFT is a world renowned platform that's booming, and you have a Todd, and Todd is now a status symbol. I mean, people will. It's hard to put a price tag on that. So that's a really hard one. You're talking to somebody too who I do own a Todd. I sold my UR Mickey. Um, and I'm not upset about it. I've already doubled those gems. Um, I sold UR Mickey at the first pump, which I predicted and broke down why I predicted it. I sold at the very top. I think I was the highest selling floor price. I sold at 6.3. This is the first pump. I'm not talking about this week. I'm talking about like weeks ago, like when it went up to 6.3, which was my sell, and then it went back down to 4. And I still didn't rebuy at 4. I reinvested my gems and other things that since doubled. So again, going back to my strategy with flipping, yes, you know, being concerned about the taxes, but I instead of waiting for Mickey to go from 6 to 12, I just reinvested that 6 and I already made it 12. So I'm happy, and I'm not suggesting doing that. It's risky, but you know. Anyways, back to the question. I don't have a Mickey. I do have a Todd. I would if the status symbol of Todd being the first ever VV collectible and like kind of what Todd means sticks. I think Todd. If that's kind of forgotten and it's kind of just a thing to the VV OGs, then I think Mickey. But overall, I'm going to lean towards Todd. Correct me if I'm wrong, but one gem equals 1.06 euro and $120. Yeah, kind of like that. But again, that's talking about buying it. So it actually costs like $1.20, $1.30 to buy if you're buying from the app. And then if you're trying to get rates outside of the app, you're getting a like 0.6 or 0.7 rate. So you're really getting screwed here. As far, yeah, anyways. Why is Fantastic 412 secret rare undervalued massively right now? Yours a third of the secret rare. I don't know. I landed that one on drop. And I was kind of upset about that too. I thought it was cool. That's the one that Hulk is like punching the thing, right? I thought it was really cool, and it never. I think I did end up selling it because I wanted the gems for something else, but like it bummed me out because like I was like, dude, this thing looks like it looks sick. I thought it was gonna be like 500 gems, and it ended up being like 200 something. I think it's still like 200 something. It dropped down to like 100 and then went back up to like 220. Are you public with how much OMI you own? I'm not public with how much OMI I own. I'm public with a lot of things, but I don't like talking about that. Sorry. How do we think the price difference between C3PO and R2D2 will be in the future? Will R2D2 be twice as expensive as C3PO, let's say 2 years from now? Um, I don't look at this enough. It really depends on, let me look it up. I know edition size isn't everything, and VEVE teaches me that every day, but it is a basis, it gives us some kind of data to work with. So C3PO, oh, of course, I hate when it does this. It's like, can't see anything. Maybe I can view it from auction. C3PO has 12,333 mints. R2 has, of course, it's not showing. R2 has 8,333. So it's only a 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 4,000 mint difference. Yeah, I mean, I think it's fair to say C3PO should be half of what R2 is. Now, sometimes the gap will remain a little bit larger because people are like so priced out and they want to keep people priced out from getting the sets. But I mean, I think that's fair to say. It's my and we lost Chris. Yeah, the sickness got me out for the count. No, I'm still kicking. I'm still here. I am going to do the giveaway soon and wrap things up. As you can tell, my voice isn't all there. Rip. LOL. We're back. The FA Batman versus the non Mickey, or versus the non FA Mickey, I would choose Batman. Yeah, I think after all my talk, I would still choose Batman, but I do hold Todd and I don't hold Mickey, so maybe I'm biased. You think there will be an issue with liquidity if I say sell a Todd or Mickey 5-10 years from now? An issue with liquidity. I don't really understand the question. Like, do you think they wouldn't be able to give you the money because they wouldn't? I'm sorry, I don't really understand the question. I'd like to see Optimus Prime. That'd be awesome. Optimus Prime would be awesome. Hey, yo, Chris, what's poppin'? Great to see you. Yo, what's up, MD? I'm doing a giveaway tonight, and you won one of my first ever giveaways. So that's awesome. I'm glad you're here. I'm glad you're still here. It's nice to see people that have been subscribed to my channel for months still pop in every once in a while. I've been making YouTube and VV content since March, so some of you have been with me for a while, and I thank you for that. And if you're new, thank you for being here. Dude, Throg will moon at one point, 2,000 mints for the ultra rare. Plus, much like the Queen of Wakanda, we will be seeing him in the MCU. There will be a deleted scene featuring Throg in the Loki series. I didn't know that. I really need to finish the Loki series because, like, I want to know more about the Loki Gator. I want to know things like this. I'm like halfway through it. I really need to finish it, but that's cool to know. I do need to check Throg. I check a lot of collectibles often, but I don't check like there's certain collectibles I just don't check as often, not for any reason. I just don't think about them. And Throg's one of those characters. And he said, "Sorry to hear that you're sick. Get better soon, my friend. Thank you." I'm on the tail end of it, so I feel better already. Word on Twitter that VEVE will be banning people who accidentally bought stolen credit card gems off the app. Have you ever heard of a VEVE team specifically say buying gems off the app as an offense to where you can get banned? Yeah, I heard that on Twitter. And I don't know. I mean, I don't know. I'm sure it's somewhere in their terms and conditions if they are banning people from it or for it. Um, I've actually, yeah, I can't speak for the team. I'm not sure. Um, I haven't heard of anybody getting banned for that. I'm not saying it's completely a rumor. But also like I don't obviously there's like victims out there that didn't do anything wrong. But I do think some people might have, done something small. Like they might have used a spoof, or might have whatever, might have like too many accounts under one home or whatever. And that's probably why they're getting banned. It's probably not the gyms. But I don't know. I mean, I could be wrong. Would I be able to sell if the prices are in the hundreds of thousands? Yes. Yeah, you can do that now. I think it's gonna be there even more so in the future. But yeah, even now, I mean, people were there's 90K Spider-Man sold yesterday or this week. Hey, Terry Charles is in here. What's up, man? Hey, what's going on, Chris? I hope I didn't miss the giveaway. No, I'm going to do the giveaway at the end of the stream, which I'm getting closer to. Will there be buyers if these reach hundreds of thousands? Yes, we're seeing that now. Again, what I just said, but like the Spider-Man, we had one at 50K. I think we had one in the 80s and then one in the 90s. I think at the end of the day, what I have to remind myself is that people have a lot of money, and they'll pay a lot of money for status, and they'll pay a lot of money for things that they want. I'm used to not being on that end of the spectrum with a lot of money, so I kind of question whether people will actually buy things at certain prices or whatever, but they do. And if you're not sure if they do, go look at OpenSea and look at the transactions. Look at people spending hundreds of thousands of dollars on these projects. And I'm not trying to compare the two. They're just pretty different, but like that will show you how much money people have. You're the Todd of influencers. This is the biggest compliment that I've ever got. So cool. You remember me winning that first giveaway? Was so happy about that one. I feel ashamed to say that I sold it though. Sorry about that. Sold for Todd though. Well, at least you sold for a Todd. That makes me feel a little bit better. If you sold it for like, I don't know, Marvel Mighty or something like that, I might have a problem with it. I'm just kidding. It's a giveaway. I mean, it was yours. I'm glad it went towards a better investment. Top Killer was answering, said plenty of times. Yo, Sleeping, what's up? He said, Chris, love you. I love you too, Sleeping. Love your videos, man. Keep up the good work. Keep killing it. And I hope you feel better. I know that you have been sick lately as well. So I definitely hope your family and yourself feels better. Imagine when they drop Pokemon, you buy a Pokeball instead of a blind box, and there are, let's say, 10 shiny editions of the different Pokemon. Yes, yes, yes. Like, I've been talking about that. And it's huge. It's an extra rarity layer that they can easily add and that they need to add. Is that you can have your secret rare being the most rare of the rarities that we have. You can have the secret rare better mints being more rare than the secret rare, like those super low mints. And out of that, you can have certain mints being labeled as shiny. I'm not saying they will do that. Obviously, I don't know. But out of those, if like a couple of them are shiny, w- the value would be insane. I mean, Randy Chavez might be priced out at that point, and that's saying a lot. It's nuts how much those will go for. Was wondering if VV Team specifically said this. Yo, OBL, how's it going? Evening. I hope the Twitter space went well tonight. I saw a chat on Tuesday. I just got home. I wanted to do this giveaway. Right before I went live, I saw the Twitter space. I was like, dang it, I don't want to go live at the same time as the Twitter space. I like to listen in, especially at nighttime. I don't always talk in them. Sometimes I just, lurk. But yeah, I hope all is well, and I hope the Twitter space went well. What do you think of the latest Jermaine Rogers drop, and will it go up over time? Personally, I bought it because I liked it. I haven't looked at it enough, but I think like chip on the back of the head, and I think it doesn't it say like VV and Morse code or something like that. I think it's a really cool addition. I like the set. I don't own any of it because I didn't get it on drop, and I'm just saving my gems for like certain game plans. But as far as the art itself, I like it, and yeah, I think it go up. I think it's a matter of time, before decon stuff goes up because once we're on Immutable X, decon, I'm like having to breathe because I can't breathe out my nose. Um, but once we're on Immutable X, decon will be some of the first NFTs on Immutable X to be interoperable and to be bought with ETH and to be bought with USDC and to be bought with whatever. So I think it's inevitable for some of those things. I do think it's going to affect the prices. I don't know, like dramatically. Like I'm not going to say each one of your Labracorns is going to sell for 1 ETH, but I mean it's going to be kind of cool to see that extra layer of volume added to it. Not that IMX has a ton of volume, but it's coming. And Gary V's book game has brought even more volume to the Immutable X platform. So yeah, I mean I like Jermaine Rogers. Shout out to Wendy Lopez. She's having Jermaine Rogers on her channel, I think next week, maybe this week. I don't remember the date, but I thought that was kind of cool. JT said, anyone actually hit the drop today? I did not. I didn't hit yesterday or today. I haven't hit since that, Fantastic 412. Yo, Lincoln, what's up? Hey, Chris, thanks for going on when you're under the weather. Yeah, yeah, I really wanted to. It was long overdue, and I like going live and talking with you guys. See what else we have here, and then I gotta do the giveaway, of course, too. I keep talking about it. I'm glad the stigma of Christmas theme, Deadpool, and seasonal Coca-Cola is getting respected. I never fully agreed with devaluing the seasonal items. Yeah, I mean, kind of same here. I think if there is anything to be seasonal, I think Coca-Cola and Deadpool meet that theme because I mean Deadpool can pull off anything, and it just makes sense to see him in a Christmas sweater. And then Coca-Cola, like I think of like winter, and I think of like I don't know, like that. It makes sense to me that they do like snow globes and stuff. I mean that's a collector's item for Coca-Cola, so those two are good. I think the Groot was a little off the wall, but I mean whatever. Why are uncommons of almost everything less desirable than the commons, especially having fewer mints? So a lot of things, the common is the um is like the most popular pose, and it's the most accessible to users to either stack or to get. So they go after that popular pose, and then they go after that. Or they originally went after those cheaper prices, and now they have a lot. I think also like yeah, think about it like more people get commons than uncommons. So more commons have what did somebody call it the other day? Social capital than uncommons. So basically, you have 13,000 commons. You have 13,000 advocates saying commons to the moon, let's go commons. Whereas, and then you have 7,000 people hit uncommon and they're like, their voice isn't as wide. I think that does play into factor. And then the original poses. But with that being said, I personally think that uncommons will fight their way back to their place in most collectibles. Um, I think that they're just undervalued due to the emotions of the market. I do think this is an emotional market. And yeah, so I mean, like storms, I have more uncommon storms. I have 18 uncommon storms, and they are cheaper than the commons by a lot. But I think Storm will her pose is really cool. She's, like, lifting up to the sky. It looks like a pose that Storm would do, and there's less additions. So, I do think uncommons will fight their way back to the rightful spot, in most collectibles. There will be some collectibles, like maybe the Spider-Man, where, like, he's in his most well-known pose as the common, and I'm not too sure that the uncommon will catch up. But most things I think will revert back. That Pokeball idea was incredible. Sleeping said, "Thanks, I hope you feel better too." Yeah, man, you just gotta get well and move forward. OBL said, "Thank you, brother. We'll definitely have you another day in spaces." Absolutely, I'd love to join the Oculus VR chat or the VR chat had me rolling last week. It was so funny. It was hilarious. I can see why people might not want uncommon comics for the cover, but uncommon collectibles is just a different pose for the same NFT. Should be described as well. Yeah. Let's see. It's on purpose that they make the commons more popular. Let it be the pose of Spidey, for example. They already said, yeah, they did already say this. That's why like the Coca-Cola polar bear. It's the only Coca-Cola one with the iconic polar bear in it. They did that so more people will be able to collect what they like, instead of trying to price them out of the thing that they like. So this is true. They did say that. That being said, I still stick with my argument that I think we'll eventually see uncommons most of the time get their rightful place. But Coca-Cola polar bear is a good example. Spider-Man's a good example. There's a couple of them out there to where like the commons is the most desirable. What do you think the retracement will be after this pump? Did you start to take profit? Yes, I did start to take profit on some things, and I regret taking profit on some things. Um, I don't know, it's hard to say. I'd be surprised if it depends on what level of announcement that we get, like, I don't know. Like, if we were to get something like again, I hate to keep bringing this up as it's speculation, but, like, if we get, like, Pokemon, announced in February, like, I think we could see a huge retracement. But just like a common, like, if we get, like, something that's kind of a big deal, but not, like, huge like, if we get, like, Darth Vader next week with, like, Chewie and, like, another, like, well-known Disney character, and then the secret rares, they cost, like, 400, and then people are saving up for the secondary market on them. I think we could see, like, a 20% retracement. I don't think we'll I don't think we'll see the same floors that we saw before this pump ever again, unless there's, like, a financial crisis or, like, maybe Pokemon, but I still don't think we're gonna see the same floors. Um, but to say there's not gonna be any kind of retracement is a little far-fetched, in my opinion, but, I mean, I thought it was gonna retrace, like, honestly, by now. I wake up every day surprised that it just keeps on going to, like, new levels, like, it's crazy, and it's exciting. I mean, like, I'm not mad at it by any means, like, please, keep pumping my bags. I'm not upset about it, but, you know, um, yeah, it's nuts, man. It's absolutely nuts. I'm thankful to have been a part of this early. It's changed my lives in more ways than one, and, I feel like I'm in a position now, to where it can be even more life-changing in the future, with either decisions that I've made. I did take some profits, but with those profits, I plan on really executing in the future. So yeah, it's crazy. It's a great time to be in the space. I speculate that we finish the Fantastic Four this month. Yeah, that would make sense to follow up the Invisible Woman with other members of the Fantastic Four. Unfortunately, most of their first appearances no, all of their first appearances have already been showed, so we're gonna get a bunch of non-FA stuff, but it's still fine. Yeah, it'd be cool. Which brands do you think are coming to VV? Um, I think, like, I know they've alluded, and NFT Flinny made a video on this. They've alluded to, like, what was it? Like, Ben 10, which is a pretty major collecting brand. Um, I've heard Game of Thrones talk. That'd be sick. That'd be really cool. Um, I really, really do feel like they have Pokemon, and I hope they have Pokemon. I'm a Pokemon collector, and I think Pokemon will be a life-changing drop if you get it on the drop or if you're able to somehow get it on secondary market. Um, there's so many. I mean, I think it was like around like November, December. They said that they still haven't announced 90% of their brands. That's insane. So, I mean, Jurassic Park is definitely on there. Yeah, I mean, Nate Geo. I think Nate Geo is on there. Will probably, which would be kind of cool. I don't know how that would look, but I mean, I don't know. Maybe having like animals, that similar to how like the Loki Gators are, but like just like regular animals. I think anime would be sick. I I'm willing I'm willing to bet that we have some anime. I know that this is technically anime. It's like if you're a real anime lover, I guess you wouldn't consider this anime, but like I do think we have Dragon Ball Z, which Dragon Ball Z would be dope. Really like Dragon Ball Z. I just started Dragon Ball Super, and it's really good. I'm on like episode 5 or something, and I grew up watching Dragon Ball and Dragon Ball Z, Dragon Ball GT. Um, so Dragon Ball would be really cool. Any kind of anime would be cool. It'd probably be more popular animes like Naruto or One Piece, or I mean, shoot, we're like living. The VV is Sword Art Online. If you're familiar with SAO, like, so I don't know. All those would be really cool. I would love to see. I would love to see anime. I would love to see Pokemon. I'd love to see Jurassic Park. Uh, Game of Thrones. There's so many cool things that they could do. Um, and that's why, like, so I made a video yesterday, and not yesterday. I think I released it yesterday, and about MCP rewards. And the reason that, like, it's gonna be hard to compete against the whales, period. But like I would like to leverage myself to have a better chance at drops using MCP raffle tickets because all the things I just named have yet to come. So if I'm able to get any of those at retail, I mean, like, that's crazy. And like, sure, like it's gonna be if it looks like how we think it's gonna look like, we are gonna be a disadvantage to the whales as far as the raffle system goes. But we could still leverage ourselves with more of a chance, you know. I don't care if I bump my chance from 1% to 2%. That's still double the percentage chance that I have to get one of those new grails at retail. So that's why I made that video. What's your favorite character? Have anything? That's a really hard question. Um, man, I don't have like a single character I feel like that I'm like really resonate with. There's a lot of characters and a lot of good shows that I like, but man, I don't know. Unless you're talking about I mentioned Dragon Ball earlier, maybe we were talking about that. I like Gohan a lot. Um, when I watched Dragon Ball Z, I was, a kid, and I thought it was cool seeing Gohan grow up and try to get stronger and seeing him like get even older and then went off to college and kind of resonated with that. So if you're talking about Dragon Ball Z, it's probably Gohan. Um, yeah, I don't know. I haven't other than Super, I haven't watched it in years, so it's also kind of hard to remember. uh, oh, oh, you can't make me laugh. I'm gonna cough. Hognig said, "People will dump everything if Shrek comes. If Shrek drops, that's hilarious." Have you seen that? Like, I guess it's a meme. Like, "I love you, Shrek." That stuff's weird, bro. I'll sell my house for Wolverine. Yeah, like Wolverine would be awesome, and like that's like for sure coming. I mean, we have X-Men, so like we'll definitely have Wolverine. I wonder how that's gonna do for Storm. Like I've actually thought about this before, like, and I mean, leave it, comment what you think. Like, I don't know if that's gonna like hurt or help the price of Storm because like I think that will kind of incline people to want the first X-Men even more, but some people think it's going to take away from her because we're going to have like a more popular X-Men character. So, yeah, interesting to think about. I think it's going to help the Price of Storm. Bro, I'm selling my whole collection if they announce Pokemon. So I took profits these last few days strictly to eventually leverage myself for Pokemon. Like, if we don't get it, whatever, I'm still leveraged. But, like, it hurt to take profits, but I wanna know not without a doubt, but I wanna be confident that I have enough gems available that if Pokemon got announced, that I can go for it on secondary market. Because like, primary market's luck, secondary market, you gotta be prepared. And I think I'm leveraged enough to where if we got Pokemon, I think people will paper hand Charizard or whatever a secret rare is enough to where I can go for it. Um, but that's thinking way ahead. I mean, like, it could be like next year. I mean, like, we don't know, but I don't think it will be. I really think we're gonna get it before the end of the year, um, which is still a long time away, especially in this space. 90%. Is that referring to my? No, no, never mind. Can't wait for One Piece personally. Yeah, One Piece would be cool. I One Piece is so long. I obviously never finished it, but I watched a little bit of it. Yeah, DC comics are gonna be huge. And that's definitely, here. Or that's definitely coming. I don't know anything about Star Wars comics, but I know Dozier would be happy, the comic way. Very interested to hear his thoughts on all of that. Pokemon raised over 350 million to make their own metaverse, though. Hopefully they release NFTs prior. Yeah, I mean, Disney is releasing their own metaverse as well. I think the main thing is like who had it first. If VEVE still releases a Pokemon card or Pokemon NFT like collectible, it's still the first ever Pokemon on blockchain. I hope they do. Like same with Disney. I think in a couple of years, Disney will probably be making their own NFTs. Maybe I don't know. Like they'll be integrated in their own metaverse. But forever and always, VV will have the first ever Disney NFTs. So I mean, it doesn't surprise me that these major companies are making their own metaverses, but that doesn't mean that we don't have the license to do some stuff with it. Dragon, Dragon Super goated. Yeah, it's such a good show so far. Imagine animated Saiyan transformation. That would be sick. That would be so sick. Or having the Gohan and Trunks, or I guess even Goku and Vegeta, their fusion. Whereas I think that was a meme for a little bit. Maybe burn both of them for a greater form, which burns supply, and then you get something more rare. It's already what a lot of other NFT projects are doing, but definitely possible. And we know that burning mechanisms are going to come to the future, so it makes sense. Might have to pull out of my position and anchor to collect all these brands, especially a Vader or Donald Duck. I mean, yeah, and like the thing about Vader and Donald Duck, like that's not even like speculation at this point. Like it can be literally, it could be any day, like that they announce, something like that. What would you recommend for Pokemon research? I have like no idea about anything regarding Pokemon. No shame on me. And I don't know. That's a great question. Maybe I should just do some Pokemon content. I was born and raised with it, so like I just know. And like I'm in some like groups that talk about it a lot, but as far as like researching about it, and if you ever see like the title in a Twitter space, that would help. I actually had some conversations in a Twitter space today about Pokemon. Um, I don't know. Look, I mean, this is how long I've had this thing since 2000. I got it from Burger King, and it's like my golden Togepi. I have like the whole collection. But yeah, I don't. That's a great question. Like where to research? I really don't know. How many gems do you think is good to have to prepare for future drops? More than you can think of. um, Whatever you think is a good number, multiply that with like 5. We're gonna have so many drops, it's gonna be insane. Um, if you want to go for all of them, which I do, you're gonna need a lot of gems. Granted, I mean hitting drops is becoming less and less of a thing, so maybe you won't need as many because of that. But I mean, we still have 90% of brands. We still have so much left, so much. You didn't like. It's never too late, to get for your chance. So, um, it's hard for me to say an exact amount. I mean, thousands and thousands saved for drops. Uh, I like to always have. I never want to go to a drop thinking I can't afford to go for what I want to go for. They redid the DBZ movies and Super Series. Honestly, it's terrible. You can skip those by watching the movies. What's something you would like to see for VV that probably nobody would know? What's something you like to see for VV, but something nobody would know? For me, it's Supernatural, the TV show. So I watched the first episode of Supernatural, and it was really good. I think didn't the house burn down on the first episode? I didn't watch another episode after that. It's a long story. Um, Man, that's a tough question to be on the spot for. I think I think people would know this. The camera's going blurry. It's weird. I think people would know this, but Fall Guy would be kind of funny, like the video game. And that's a random one, but those characters are kind of funny. Um, I think the little I don't know what's making me think of this stuff, but the little friends from the PlayStation, like the little knitted uh characters, those would be kind of like a cool VV collectible. I don't know. I would need some more time to reflect on this. I know there's a lot of little things that I'm interested in that probably not a lot of other people are. Um, I just can't think of any right now. It's kind of frustrating that I can't think of any right now. Oh yeah, somebody said Rick and Morty, which people would know that, but Rick and Morty was sick. Yes, I was gonna say Wolverine would kill Storm. Maybe. I hope not. As somebody who owns a lot of Storm, but maybe. And then right after that, I think it will help Storm for sure. Some convo about if Vader drops, people speculating R2 will drop. But I don't know. They're the first Star Wars NFT and Golden Moments. R2's been going nuts. R2's at like 8K or something like that. I think that's right. I don't know. It won't show me the floors. It's doing that thing to where like it's so frustrating. It's like one of my most annoying VV glitches. I want Rick and Morty slut dragons on VV. What do you think? Rick and Morty will come. I think Rick and Morty would be amazing. I would love that. I'll pay good money for Rick and Morty. For MCP, they said points expire after 6 months, but they also said will be calculated from when the account was created. These statements contradict each other. Thoughts? I'm sure they could make an exception, like give you the points that you've accumulated before they launched. So like since the app started. And then from once they give you the program, give you 6 months from there. Like to me, that just makes sense that they would do it that way. Oh, I didn't even think about this earlier. Yeah, I would love to see Nintendo. Somebody said, "Do you think that they have Nintendo, Mario, Donkey Kong, and oh my god, a series of Zelda, Ocarina of Time?" Okay, so Ocarina of Time was one of my favorite games of all time. Um, it was probably one of the first games I ever actually beat as a kid. You know, you play a lot of games, but you don't beat all of them. I remember beating Ocarina of Time, and it felt like it took me like months. I don't know how long it actually took me, but like to play through the whole thing. Um, yeah, Nintendo is a huge one that I think they probably have. That would be really cool to see. Um, that would be so sick, man. Like FA Mario, FA Zelda, Link, Donkey Kong. Like, oh my god, that'd be insane if they had Nintendo. Do I think they have it? By the way, I think they. It would make sense if they did, but I don't know. It would be so sick. Harry Potter Sorting Hat comes when you speak, which 4 houses you are. And the app uses the username to determine a seed, so it's always the same house the hat is saying when to click it. Harry Potter would be really cool as well. Oh, yeah. JT said Bulbapedia, question mark. Yeah, Bulbapedia is a good place, but, like, as many times as I've used Bulbapedia, like, I don't know if I'll just type in Bulbapedia and start reading, you know? It's still kind of a lot. Just get Charizard, Pikachu, Squirtle, and Mewtwo. Yep. You'd be set. I promise you I'm gonna be doing live stuff like crazy once Pokemon drops. That sorting that I did is dope. And I think Harry Potter would also be game changing. It definitely would be. Yes, I was talking about Little Big Planet. Thank you for correcting that. I completely forgot. Pokemon's for each generation, legendaries, and you're pretty much set. I think it said cherry charts, and I will switch over to the giveaway on this note. Lincoln said cherry charts. MCP maximizer is totally worth the entire year subscription price. Yeah, the MCP maximizer is amazing. So let me go ahead and get to it. So here's how I'm going to do it. I'll show you straight up. Let me I have to share this now. Okay. So I guess I'll keep my face here. I have 80 comments on my video that I was giving away 3 free subscriptions of Cherry Charts, which is, can I put the video right here? Hold on 1 second. I'll get it pulled up in a second. I got to go back to my previous videos. Okay. Here we go. And try to I have 87 comments. Okay. That's cool. We can work with that. All right. So here's what I'm going to do. I have 87 comments. I'm going to do this a really weird way. Just bear with me. Let's see. All right. How many did I say I had? Of course, it's not showing right now. 87. So why is that? There we go. We are going to do this random number generator. I'm going to do 187. I'm going to do this 3 times. It's going to be a little redundant. I hope that you guys commented on that video because that's your chance to win a free cherry charts. And let's get into it. Generate 57. Of course, it's like a really high number. So I'll count down from 87 using 57. So 87 minus 57. This is gonna be like one of the harder ones to do. So I'm gonna count down for 30. So in order to do that, this is not the best way to do this, but whatever. Scroll all the way down. I'm gonna go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Wait, I messed up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. We got Investing Sensei. Did I do that right? Will be the first winner of Cherry Charts. Hopefully I counted that right. We're going to do 2 more. So we have Investing Sensei. I'm going to go ahead and type that into the comments. No, I'll actually put that on my phone so I'll remember. Investing Sensei. All right. We got 1. And let's do the next winner. So 187, generate 8. Okay, this one's going to be so much easier. The first one being 37 was ridiculous. All right, 8. All right, scroll all the way up to the top. And we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We have Talent Cosmos Bekov. Okay, I'm going to go with Talent Cosmos. Okay, so we have 2 winners. We're going to pick 1 more. And we'll generate that. Try it again. 85. Okay, so this one's gonna be easy. It's the second to last comment. Hey, we got. Wait, hold on. I think technically it counted this one, so it would be if we have 87. No. What? Yeah, this would be number 87, even though I didn't do that right earlier. I'll let you guys decide. I think it counted these, even though I didn't do that for the first 2. But I like that Oitsuka was in my live stream tonight. I'll let the chat decide if you think that this is being somebody just said that. I'll let the chat decide if you think I'm being biased or not. I think it's fair to say that this counted and that it should be Oitsuka. But if you think I'm being biased, then we'll do Jerome LA. Somebody said there's a website to plug in your URL and randomize a comment for you. Yeah, I probably should have did that, but I took this harder route. Moali said fair. I'll take 1 more comment to say if you think this is fair or not. Because I really do think, because originally it said 80 comments, but I don't know. All right, I'm going to go with it's fair. So Oitsuka, being you're here, I think it's more than fair that we count my comment and that you get it. So I'm going to go with Oitsuka as well. So we have Investing Sensei, Talent Cosney, and Oitsuka. Thank you guys for commenting on that video. I hope that Cherry Charts helped you. I've used a lot, and I'm going to continue to use it in videos. You'll get a free month subscription, which I think 1 month can really help you out a lot. I will respond to each of the comments telling you how to proceed with the giveaway, and how to claim your Cherry Charts membership. So yeah, this has been a lot of fun. Thank you guys. I'm under the weather. I make a video every Monday and Wednesday, so I will probably make a video after I conclude this one and drop it tomorrow. So if you're not already subscribed, please subscribe to the channel. Turn on the notification bell for my live videos and my regular videos. Thank you guys for the chats. That was a lot of fun. Lots of good questions, lots of good conversations, good comments, fun stuff, analytical stuff, all kinds of stuff. So yeah, I appreciate it. Thank you guys for being here. And yeah, congratulations, Oitsuka, my man. I'm so glad that you were here and that you won. That's always awesome. MD was my first giveaway winner back when I had 500 subscribers, and I was super excited about it. And I gave away I think it was a, oh, what was it? It wasn't a Mermicorno. It was I guess a Unicorno, and MD was in that chat, and it was really cool because MD also won the giveaway. So yeah, I enjoyed it. I hope you guys enjoy cherry charts. I really enjoy cherry charts, and I'll catch you guys next time. Peace out.